Alright there folks, we back again. We got these here taters good cut up. We're going to have a nice pile of them. And this here is a 2-pound meat log. Fresh off the hoof. Hadn't been killed over a month or two. Maybe 3. Anyway, what are we going to do here? We're going to figure out that's about half of it right there. We're just going to cut it right down the middle just like that right there. And it helps to have a good sharp knife when you're doing all this in the process. So we're going to lay this one over here to the side, let it do its thing. And we're just going to kind of just mash it down into a big patty. Just like that right there. And you want to keep one hand that's good and clean during this process. Oh yeah, by the way, you got to get a drink every now and then. Keep hydrated. So then what we got here is my special blend of herbs and spices and anything else I can find to throw in there. So we're going to just kind of liberally season this up real good right here, right here. And we're just going to kind of mash it down in there. Then we're going to just take it, just water it up. Water it up real good. So anyhow, you get it all watered up and you think you got it about where you need it at. About like what you think. Flip it over a time or two so you can be sure you can get the other side good. Spread it back out and you do it again. Now this looks like it's going to be a lot of seasoning, but you talking about you put this on top of your head whenever this is cooked and your tongue will beat your brains out trying to get to it. It's so good. So anyhow, we're going to put this on here just like this right here. A big chunk right there need to spread out. And we're going to just kind of mash it up again. Mash it. Work all, got an escapee there. Can't have no escapees. Some people don't like to have this hamburger meat on their hands. And they get these little fancy little rubber gloves. It's just handling this here big old hunk of meat. That's just all part of it. You can see all the little spices and everything kind of around in it. Ain't exactly enough in there just yet. See like that right there. So we're going to add just a little bit more. About like that right there. And we're just going to kind of just fold that in there and mash it around. Be sure it's all good and mixed in. Because you don't want no unflavorful meat. No sirree. So we got all this here. And what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and try to construct one of these jewels. So we got this here done. And we're going to take and slide this over to the side right here. We're going to get us a little workstation. And we got to have butter. What we're going to do here, get this all nice and decent. With my clean hand, I'm going to hold this here. We're going to pull this out a good chunk of tin foil right here. We're going to lay it down, if it'll cooperate with me. And best to use heavy duty aluminum foil that you can get. Because this stuff's going to be a mess. So what we're going to get right here, we got this high quality cooking oil. Kind of tastes like butter. And we're going to just spray a big circle right in the middle of it. That looks good. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take this big wad of taters. And we're just going to start laying them out in a big circle. You try to figure out, about the size of what your patty is, and you want your taters to be up under it. We're going to spread them out like that right there. And reason being why we cut them up like we do is because you want everything to be cooked the same. So whenever you get through, when your taters get done, your meat will be done. So we do them like this right here. But before we get too far into it, any more taters on there, what we're going to do, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on there. We want everything to taste good. About like that right there. And we're going to put a little bit of garlic salt on there. I got to do a one-hand thing. I don't want to get that meat all over it. So kind of like that right there. And you sprinkle that all over them taters good. About like that right there. Then you come back with a few more taters here. And you layer a few more on there about like that right there. Then you take this here Dale's. And you feel like I ain't got but one hand now. And you just kind of put your thumb over there and just kind of scour it across there. Just kind of shake it a little bit. Don't want too much, you don't want to kill it. So you get all that done. Then you take these here handful of onions and you just break them down into it like that right there. Just get them all in there good. When these onions get through cooking, you won't even hardly see them no more. They'll be cooked all to pieces. These way. And the onions in this right here is something, oh no, what you talking about? And you take a few of these here bell peppers and you throw them in there with it. Me personally, that's about all I want. So then you take this here big old patty, you squish it down good just like that right there. Then you get it off this here board and you just lay it down. Just like that right there. Then you take another wad of these here onions and you can just lay them across there all kind of fancy if you wanted to. Like that right there. Make it all look pretty if you wanted to. But you know what? It's all going to taste good in the end. So you know what I say? I just say just do that. The heck with all the fancy stuff. And you can take and put a couple of them little old peppers up there on top. Then you take put a little bit more of this here seasoning, good stuff here. Just a little bit. And then you take and you put your dales. And put a little bit of dales up there on it. And just before I forget, we're going to take this piece of meat, we're going to move it over here in just a second. Because there's one thing, let me wash this hand off my hand, then I got it on both of them now. I want the hamburger police to be after me. Anyhow, take care of all this. And you come right here and you get you one of these here high quality spoons. You know, you get about 50 of them for $1 or $2. And you just take and scrape you a little bit of butter like that right there. You put it in there, just a spot here and there. Just put it all over them taters, because you want some good taters. Real good taters. Maybe one more spot right there in the middle. There we go. There, we got everything taken care of now. Put that onion back over there where it goes. We're going to set that right there just like that right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to wipe your hand off one more time. And you're going to come right here to this ice cube. You're going to take these ice cubes. I know it's crazy looking, but you're going to stick these in there with it. Just like this right here, about 4 of them. About that size. Then what you're going to do here, you're going to kind of need to mash it all together good. You're going to fold it up. You're going to just roll it down. Don't roll it down too tight now. Then you take this here in and you just kind of crimp it. You don't want none of that juice to be escaping. That's high quality. Do this other side the same way. And there you go. There's your hobo. Ready to go. We're going to go ahead, we're going to break down and make another one right quick. And when things get through cooking, and you can cook them on a grill, by the way, if you want to. It takes about, with this side right here, about a pound of hamburger meat. Take about an hour on a good hot grill, or you can cook them over open fire. But these you do not have to flip the way that is made. Taters are on the bottom, and most time we add a little baby carrots in there, and they cook too. But since we don't have no charcoal, we're gonna have to use this high quality gas oven what we got. Put it on 350 for about a good solid hour. And everything should be done at the same time. Everything be good and tender. And whenever we get these here cooked up, we'll come back and let you see what they look like. You'll have a good day.